Okay, everybody, welcome to a slightly delayed edition of WCW Nitro here. You're here for TEW 2020. Basically, a combination of a slight lack of time, some other stuff coming up, a little bit of general laziness, and everything crazy going on, both in and out of the wrestling world, has sort of tapped my creativity for a bit and my momentum. But back here just needed some time off. But couple day gap isn't the end of the world. In like 2 years, if you're coming across this video, don't worry about it, because hopefully there'll be plenty more after this. Anyway, let's get on with the show. We're at the go home show for Wrestle War. So let's get rolling with the Nitro as we head out. So we start out with a pre-show, getting some people on the show in the wrestling ring match, as we've got Dustin Rhodes and Conan going over JD Noble and Yang, America's Most Wanted, and the Silver City Rollers in 1508. Don't care about the order of elimination, but overall it was a 64. Solid stuff. Like, again, not the most important thing ever, but I want to get some people some ring time before the pay-per-view, and just in case, to stop any issues with how happy they were. But anyway, go off to the main show, and basically we open up with the announcers going over the fact that before the Nitro even started, we had the Horsemen, Rey Jr., Alex Wright, his former partner for a while here, all arguing, and they've agreed to a tag match, which is starting right now. So this gets a 76. I wanted to start off because, opening every show with a, promo doesn't, I don't say it doesn't work for me, but, it's just one of the things where it's oh, right, yeah, we should change it up, just so it's not the same thing every week. But anyway, this gets 76, perfectly solid stuff. On to the match, which is a really good match, as in a good match. Rey Mysterio Jr. and Alex Wright defeats Ric Flair and Shane Douglas in 1428 when Alex Wright pinned Ric Flair with a quick cradle. So again, this gets an 82, and sort of I'm imagining it's a pure 4 brawl to end things. Rey Jr. just hit a huge dive on Shane Douglas. Meanwhile, Ric Flair is competing in the ring. Alex Wright sweeps in, hits a cradle or crucifix, gets a quick pin, and Alex Wright immediately rolls out. And the babyfaces, along with Tori, celebrate, and the Horsemen in the ring freak out. So this gets a 68. Again, none of these guys are great mic or most charismatic people as far as on the mic, so them celebrating is fine. So that's it for that. So we go backstage, where we have a quick A&W with Lawler promo, where basically they go over the fact that we may not have a tag match at the pay-per-view, but, bear in mind, whoever wins the tag title match, we're still setting it to be the number one contenders, because we're still the future of tag team wrestling. We have, one of the best minds in the business, who has been a champion everywhere he has went. Please ignore his actual WWF run. Who's been a king, and he's going to lead us to glory one way or the other. Gets 54, what can you do? Then we, basically after a commercial, cut backstage, and Helms, Jeremy Warash, who's basically replaced Mean Gene permanently, is with Shane Helms, Gigantes, Reno and Cash. It's really just going to be Helms, but Gigantes look scary, and Reno and Cash do their things in the back. And, Helms is like, ladies and gentlemen, your superstar is still here. Your next icon is still here. The man who will break hearts is still here. And at Superbrawl, he's going to make sure that fraud Chuck Palumbo, who I'm not even sure why he's still in WCW, because he should have been power plant washout. Well, I actually was trained by real wrestlers as opposed to those geeks at the power plant. But nonetheless, at Superbrawl, I have killed legends, but I'm going to kill Chuck Palumbo's legend before he even have a chance to exist. And that's all. So just your basic heel promo. Had a bad roll, so Helms didn't do that good. Let me see if I actually set up the Superbrawl match just to see here. No, but I'm going to add a match, even though it won't help me with my pre-book bonus, just so it's in here. I mean, I have everything booked on the sheet here, but I just want to make sure it's in here just in case. So we got Shane Helms versus Chuck Palumbo. We'll pre-book that. We'll auto-name it, and then we'll pre-book it. So there we go. Then we go to the ring, where Gail Kim and Amber O'Neil defeated Angel Fox and Celine Cartier in 7:45. When Gail Kim pinned Angel Fox while using the ropes for leverage. whatever cheating way, Gail Kim is able to eat defeat on the WCW Women's World Champion. 57, again, solid match. Like, the women, are perfectly solid. Even, like, Amber was at a 45, Fox is about a 50, Gail Kim's at a 52. Fox and Celine have excellent chemistry came together. I guess the future Lufisto, or the current Lufisto, just has chemistry with freaking everybody, which is, not the worst thing. But anyway, this gets 57, perfectly solid tag match to set up things. And then afterwards, basically, Gail Kim, makes the title belt motions, yells at Angel Fox, who's, still recovering in the ring, says, that should have been my title from the start, and begins to make the belt motions. Again, perfectly fine 53, not the end of the world, but, pretty solid stuff. Then we're backstage, where basically Flair freaks out on Bischoff and is like, what? That kid, that kick, that geek, that punk stole a victory from me. I should be on Superbrawl anyway, but I want a match, and I want to kick his ass. I want to give him a lesson that his dad should have taught him in Germany or wherever he's from. Bischoff is like, Rick. You see, I just can't give you any match you want, but here's the deal. You give a little, I'll give a little. So yes, I'll give you a title match with Alex Wright, but if Alex Wright wins, he gets any non-world title match he wants. But I'll be fair. If you win, if you're so confident, you can get any non-world title shot you want. But as an extra bonus, if you lose, the Horsemen don't get any title shots for the next, let's say, 90 days. Flair's looks around, because you notice there's no other Horsemen in here. It's just Flair angry. And Flair for a second just said, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter, because I'll kick that punk's ass. Kanyon will be world champion. Shane will be U.S. champion, so it doesn't even matter, because we won't need any more title shots. So that gets an 81, because Flair and Bischoff are both pretty awesome, even though it was a short promo. Then we have basically a quick backstage confrontation where air raid or backstage, catering table, actual arena, whatever you want to say. And then the Dragon Stasiak with Don Marie are here, and basically we just have a quick tee off between each team, where Dragon Stasiak are saying, your punk's coming from nowhere. We were built to be WCW superstars, and so I was like, the exact problem. You were built. We trained from the bottom, and now we're here. You're nothing but a bunch of musclehead. A bunch of muscleheads who think you deserve to be on top just because of how many, insert gym move here. I'm probably blank on how many pull-up you do in the ring, or how many. Again, I'm forgetting gym moves because it's taping this late, but you know what I'm saying. And then we have a quick stare down. And, Jindrak finished up, you say, or no, Don Marie should say, boys, better, because I know don't have any women in your bed, so, better hold those tag titles tight, because they'll be off your waist coming Superbrawl. 68, solid stuff. Air Paris didn't do well, but anybody else did okay. Now we're back to the ring, and where Team Canada go over Jason Jett and Yoshiro Tajiri at 9:47, when Mike Awesome pinned Jason Jett with an awesome bomb. This isn't a full squash, but this is just remember, Team Canada, they were pretty good. They were tag champs for 5 months. So yeah, this is just a quick straight ahead, put them over. And then after that, Team Canada basically continues the beatdown, and until Rhodes and Konnan make the save after a couple minutes. They run them off, stare down, there you go. More heat for the tag match between these two teams. So this gets a 61. So then we're backstage with Deadpool in their area, which is dark and spooky. Well, not really dark and spooky, just sort of dingy. Maybe we can do the boiler room, but I'm not sure if that'll work well. But regardless, pretty much what happens here is, they go over the fact there's a 6-man tag match tonight. Vampiro's there's a little heat between Morningstar and Kidman, because Kidman's like, oh, I remember that belt. I remember that Dinky belt. I held it a lot. Then he moved on. Nice to run it, though, buddy. And Morningstar sort of steps up to him, we have a job to do. Don't worry about each other. And then, we have more names to add to the Deadpool tonight. And Kidman is sort of eh. But, he's worked with him, so what can you do? So this gets an 82. Then we go back to the ring. And this has Scott Steiner defeating Finley in 7:30 up involves with a Steiner's. Jesus Christ. Okay. But I can actually see Finley agreeing to that. So yeah, Finley dies when he eats that tombstone type thing from Steiner. 1, 2, 3. There you go. 73. Perfectly solid match. Here's the thing. Steiner's actually real good in the ring, which is why I can't push him yet. I don't want him to be like a top tier main eventer guy anymore because I'm just not that interested in like him as a character. But like him as an upper mid card guy, like I haven't fine like until he stop getting like high 70s or low 80s, or people bounce past him in the ring. I'm perfectly okay using him, until he actually hits real time declining here, regardless of what actually happened, in real life. And then, basically Steiner then locks on the recliner. O'Hare comes out, and then we have a brawl to the back. Again, not the most fancy thing, but this basically sets up Steiner O'Hare, which I think I already set up officially. No, I did not. But yeah, obviously, if you've been paying attention at all, that's been getting set up. And it was probably even officially be announced before this. I just want to add this so it's added to the total. But regardless, 73, not their best angle, but still pretty solid stuff. So now we're backstage with the baby faces, and Paul London's like sort of like, I don't want to say still in shock, but he's like sort of like, wait, I'm in a main event. This doesn't seem right. And like Booker and like RVD are like hyping up. Like RVD is like, dude, don't worry about it. I was only a couple years in business, and all of a sudden I was freaking breaking tables with Sabu and going through barbed wire. This is nothing, bro. He's like, I'm 5-time world champion. I'm a 7-time tag champion. But I was on the bottom of you. You can do this, brother. Just stay with us. And 79, perfectly solid stuff. Paul London performed because of course he did, because he's like a lower mid card guy. Then we have a Chuck Palumbo backstage promo where basically they answer back to Helms as like, yeah, I understand why some people don't like, but I got up every morning, I did all the stuff Buddy Lee Parker wanted me to do, all the sit-ups, all the push-ups, all the running, all the drills. That's why I'm here today. Helms, if you think you're special because you used to wrestle in front of 300 people in the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, that's fine. You don't have to like the fact that, I debuted on national TV. But all those matches in the middle of South Carolina won't help you when you're, or thinking I'm, some, I don't deserve it because I debuted on national TV. Doesn't matter. We'll just do people in the ring, and when we're done there, I'll be leaving as a winner, and you'll be flat on your back. 67, not bad. So in our main event of the evening, Annabelle had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Morningstar, Vampiro, and Billy Kidman defeated Booker T, RVD, and Paul London in 1927 when Vampiro pinned Paul London with a nail and coffin following interference from Macias. This doesn't say it, but also we had Sting interfering against, basically trying to stop Macias from interfering, and then they brawled to the back to continue their match. But this gets an 81. I mean, London only gets a 61, which probably brought it down. But I still wanted to do I wanted to do this like a sort of a main event to sort of hype things up. And then we finish things with the actual ending to the show, where basically we have a Goldberg contract signing with Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff is out there first. He brings out Kanyon, who gets the huge run of booze. Joni's with him. He sits up. Then Goldberg shows up. There's the showdown. And then they both get to do their thing. And Goldberg's really quick. He's like, Kanyon, I beat you at Starrcade. You were world champion for a while, so they say you did a rematch. It doesn't matter. You were next, and you'll be next again. And Canyon's like, keep on saying you're next. Who's next? Whatever. Goldberg, you're past it. Yeah, you beat me at Starrcade. With every advantage, you beat me at Starrcade. Because everybody wanted you to be world champion again. The crowd, the suits, this guy, he points at Bischoff, they didn't want the man who's nobody better to be world champion anymore. Because, not enough 9-year-old kids wanted to buy a Canyon t-shirt. But, see, that doesn't matter, because I'm getting my rematch because I deserve it. Because I'm still the best wrestler in the world. And I said wrestler. You might be the biggest star in WCW. I don't doubt that. But I'm the best damn professional wrestler in the world right now. And nobody can take that away from me. I crawled, and I battled, and I got to the top. Did I do it squeaky clean? No. But when has any wrestler done that? Huh? Nobody. Ric Flair sure didn't. You didn't. Nobody did. So why should I feel bad about it? Truth is, nobody's better than Kanyon, and it's Superbrawl. Then he taps the world title, which sort of gets Goldberg to brush up. I'm the world champion once again, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing Bischoff can do about it. There's nothing WCW can do about it. There's nothing these idiot fans can do about it. They can boo and cry and whine all they want, but when I knock you down with a flatliner and pin you in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3, there won't be anything they can say about it. Goldberg's like, that's a lot of talking, but you still need to back up in the ring. And then we showdown, Bischoff's tries to keep them apart, and they both sign the contract, and then we have another stare down as the announcers hype up the world title match. This gets a 98, and okay, cool. So basically, we're restricting audience size in 3 places because of our contract. But Paul and Lynn was slightly overused, which makes sense. But this gets an 85, solid stuff. I think there was something I wanted to check, but it's been a while since, so I actually forget what I wanted to check. I showed you guys that Steve Austin won the Royal Rumble. Was there anything else? No, I showed the New Japan show. Maybe there was an All Japan show or Noah. Maybe I'll double check Noah just to see if there's any big shows after this, just to see what I could be possibly thinking about here. Progress. I thought that was a solid show. I didn't have my typical extra good promo at the start of the show, so that was unfortunate. And I probably should have done something more specific with Sting Macias, but you live and learn. Anyway, so let's see here what we got here. Kurt Hennig title win. So okay, IWA, that's nice. Chris. Okay, so they turned Benoit heel. That's interesting. Yeah, let's see what they actually did for Raw. Okay, so pre-show matches: Undertaker versus Edge feud. Steve Austin got impromptu brawl with Kane. Matt Hardy and Brock Lesnar defeated Tea Time. Raven interview: Eddie Guerrero and the Dudley Boys defeated Billy Gunn and No Trust Needed. Trish Stratus segment: Chris Benoit defeated Ricky by DQ. Chris Jericho defeated Raven. Triple H defeated Grandmaster Sexy by DQ because okay. And The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels defeated Scott Hall and Kurt Angle. Okay, that's actually solid stuff. It was only got an 87. But yeah, let me check out Noah real quick because I think they had a big show that I wanted to show you the results of. So let's just see here. Show history. Maybe. I mean, I guess I'll just show it off just in case people are injured. Nope, this was Thursday, week 4. So yeah, no, it would not be that. But yeah, Kobashi did defeat Takayama in 99, because of course. Maybe it was All Japan. Maybe it's All Japan I'm thinking of. Let's see here, show history. Nope, also not that, but Quad retained. Huh. Okay, I guess. Huh. I'll double check it and see if there's anything else I'm completely blanking on. But yeah, let's look at our mail here. Jamie Noble is good in the ring. Thanks for that information. I think that's yeah. Again, I think I might be totally blanking on something here, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're done for now. So, if you like this, go ahead and give it a like. Comment on what you're enjoying or not enjoying. Subscribe to the channel if you want more TEW 2020 content, including stuff like more WCW 2003, my local to global series, streams of my Twitch, VODs of my Twitch streams once I get back on Twitch, and other fun stuff possibly. I'm looking into doing maybe a Puro series at some point with or another going overseas series with a bigger company. But I'm trying to get another local to global up in the next couple days, and of course we have Wrestle War, um, which is going to be main evented by Bill Goldberg taking on Kane for the WCW World Title, Rey Jr. versus Jeff Jarrett for the U.S. title, A-Ray taking on Ginger Atkins Stasiak for the tag titles, Paul London taking on Morningstar with Morningstar's Cruiserweight title on the line, Angel Fox versus Gail Kim for the WCW Women's World title, your big feud match of Sting versus Macias, Sean O'Hare taking on Scott Steiner, Chuck Palumbo versus Shane Helms, as we just announced, Ric Flair versus Alex Wright, Team Canada versus Dustin Rhodes and Konnan, and I'm sure a match or two I'm totally blanking as I'm doing this straight off the dome. But regardless, that's all for now. So talk to you later, and see ya. Adios.